Hello? Hello, chat. Is it working? I think it's working. I think I forgot to press the go live button. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Okay. Okay. That's a solid 7 minutes of me forgetting to do that. But it's fine. Hopefully everything is okay now. It should be. It's still showing a bit weird though. I don't know if it's completely correct. Let me just test that. Completely correct. Let me just... Oh, yeah, that seems to be working. Okay. That's good. Hello. Hello, wide. I think it's all working now. I forgot to press go live on YouTube. But it seems to be working. We need the bot, this bot. So can I get that to... No, don't do that. God damn it. Yeah. If I do that, is that going to make that appear? I forgot to press go live. I forgot that you had to do that. I'm sure I didn't do that yesterday, but maybe I did. Maybe I just completely forgot. Anyways, what I was saying is yes, I've made a basic model and texture for this, and we need to do the... Well, what I'm going to do is instead of data genning the block state, I'm just going to make it manually because it's obviously not generating correctly. So I don't know how to make it generate correctly. I feel like it shouldn't be a multi-part, to be honest. But it is. So I guess I can look at vanilla, can't I? Bottrix is the thing that it like makes the chat work, you know. What am I doing? I'm going to blocks. Blocks, there we go. And I'm going to look at, say, the furnace. And I'm then going to see where this is used. Data client, here we go. Register dispenser like orientable. No, but I don't want that. Ah, this is what I want. Here we go. Okay. So if I come in here, we need that. Oh, that needs the identifier though. What the fuck is the identifier? Identifier. I don't understand. What is it? What is... Oh, orientable. Okay. Why does that need a texture map, though? Why can't I just say... What? Why, though? I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. That's stupid. That is so stupid. We're not doing this. We're getting rid of that. Wait, what is this? Yeah, we're getting rid of that. We're saying bye-bye to that. We're saying bye-bye to that. And we're not going to worry about it. And I'm going to delete it in here. I'll figure it out in the future. Right now, I do not care enough to try and figure that out. So we're going to delete this as well. I mean, that's fine. I could have kept that, couldn't I? Fine, I'll bring that back. Okay, let's run data gen and let's also stop the client, please. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. let's close that. Let's close that. Let's close that. And let's minimize these. Okay, let's quickly go ahead and create these myself. So we'll do block states. And we're going to say disk_storage. And can I remember this? Probably not, but I'll give it a go. So we're going to have y. Wait, how do you do this? I completely forgot. Facing equals north, which will be that, and then that. There you go. Thank you, Copilot. Okay, good. Get rid of that. We have the block model and we have the item model. I'm just going to run data gen so that it... Oh, I already did that, didn't I? Okay, whatever. Also, if I turn my fan on, can you guys hear it? Wait. Oh, most certainly. You can most certainly hear that. Never mind. That was... I guess I have no noise suppression on this. What's your motivation to code? My motivation to code is that I get cool things, right? Like, you code and then you make something cool, and then boom, you've made something cool. So that's the motivation. That's really it. Also, it's fun. Like, hopefully this will work, and then boom, that's cool. Yeah, it kind of works. The block model doesn't work in the hands, though, which is weird, right? That's way too big, isn't it? Yeah. It doesn't work in the inventory as well. I wonder why. Let's go block bench. Here we go, and then display. Apply preset. Default block. Apply to all slots. That should be fine. Oh, it wasn't that before? So yeah, save the BB model and then also save the block item model. Source main, resources, assets, byte bank, models, block, disk storage, save, yes. Close that, and then we will build the project. Hello, Wortifier. Welcome to the stream. And this should work. It does not work. I've actually made it worse. How have I done that? It's missing the texture again. Why? Because it thinks it's test mod. Why does it think it's test mod? I don't understand. I'm literally quite confused why it would think that. What do you mean? What? Who is my alt? I don't have an alt. Yay! Okay, nice. So now we can just basically, what we want to do is we want to add, first of all, a disk drive. You know, that would be quite helpful. And then we're going to make it so we can actually put a disk drive in here, into one of these slots. So let's do that. It should be trivial, hopefully. I've already created the model for the disk drive, and that is an entity model. So I will show you that real quick. This one right here. And yeah, it's just a basic cuboid. Nothing too special there. Which is good. So what we're going to do is we're going to register an item. Okay, we're going to go with, I don't know why I tried to make that private, we're going to want it public. Item, we're going to go disk drive. And I guess that can just be a normal item, right? It doesn't need to be anything special, I don't think. I guess maybe if we want like a tooltip. If we want a tooltip, it will have to be a little bit special. It'll be fine for now. For now, that'll do. Let's go ahead and do the data gen before I completely forget. So we'll just do that now. Add item init dot disk drive, and that is just a disk drive. And then we'll do the model. Item model generator dot register item init dot disk drive. Boom. I'm not going to create a texture for it at the moment. I don't think that's necessary. In fact, I could just have it use the entity model as its model instead of a generated model. I think for now it's fine. Now, I guess one thing to point out, we are going to want disk drives with different sizes, aren't we? So what if actually we do create an item class? Okay, and then we call this disk drive item. And then what this can have inside of it, first of all, this will need to extend item, of course, needless to say. Create a constructor. And then if we have a public enum, which is like disk size. Yeah, basically this, but not this. So what we want is like a do we want an int or do we want a long? Probably a long, just for safety, you know. And then we'll say small, sure. Okay, no, we don't just want that being double. We want like. So what sizes should we have, chat? So we'll start off with 1024. What should we go? Yeah, like the number of items, I think is reasonable. No, not stacks. Well, it couldn't. No, I don't think stacks makes sense. Hello, Mitez Hookmess. I butchered that name. Definitely butchered that. I apologise. Welcome to the stream. What if we go 1,000 to 4,000 to 16,000? Yep, that's what I was thinking. Then 32 or 65. I guess that makes more sense. Sure, because then we're timesing by 4 every time. So then, like, beyond that, it goes gigantic. What does it go after? Terror. Sure. Let's just do this, though, so I can actually see how much it is. Because otherwise it's kind of hard to tell. Here we go. We could do that for these as well. Sure. What does it go after Terra? Petra. What does it go after that? Exa. Zeta. Yota. Sure. Sure. I'm a little lost in the live. What are you making now? I am making a disk drive. Basically. So we're going to do something like this. What's the recipe going to be? I'm not sure. As of right now, I haven't come up with anything. I'm honestly awful at coming up with recipes, so that will have to be... Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, so I'm basically thinking something like that. And then what we can do... let's do this. Let's have a public string get name. Sure. Yeah, I think using the previous tier makes sense, right? Like, how else would you... Well, yeah, I think that makes the most sense to do that. Because how else would you upgrade it? Like, you'd end up with loads of different tiers, and you wouldn't be able to do anything with them. I mean, we can decide all that kind of stuff later. The idea right now is just to get functionality. Oh, let's do that. And then we'll say disk size. And we're going to start with small. And I'm going to call this a small disk drive. Like that. So register disk drive. This is a small disk drive. Medium, large, huge. Come on. Bro? Oh, right, because it doesn't have that class open. Oops. Gigantic. Terra, Petra, Exa. Okay, maybe this is too many. I think that's probably too many. We'll see. We'll see. But it's fine for now. Okay, let's close this. We don't need this now, do we? No, we do not. Let's go into here. Okay, and this slot. We're gonna say, I'm hoping there's a method for this. Can transfer to? No. Is valid. Is valid is probably correct. Let's create a new package for our lists. And I'm going to create an item tag list. Or really just, I guess, tag list is fine. And then we can have subclasses. Okay. So we'll have a public static class items. And then a public... Oops. And then a public static class blocks. And we'll go with a tag key of type item. And this will be the disk storage items. How do you create these? Ah, yes. So we say of, and then we say registry keys dot item. The item? Is that it? And then what? The ID. So bytebank.id disk storage items. There we go. So then we can say tag list.items.disk storage items. And I don't think is in is a thing. No, it's not. Is it hot? It is quite hot. Well, I actually don't know how hot it is today. I feel like it's quite hot. My phone says it's 27. I don't think it's 27. But it is quite hot. That's why I do have my big fan here. Obviously I can't turn it on because it's too loud. So I am gonna probably sweat a bunch. I mean, it's not that bad now. It was a lot hotter earlier. I've actually been okay with it so far this year, which is good. How do I do this? Oh, you have to do it on the stack. That makes more sense, to be fair. Okay. So, we've done that, and I think we also need to do that in the menu, or the screen handler. So let's come in here. In here. Let's just see. Can insert. Oh, that just returns true. Okay, you'd think that would just use what the inventory uses, but I guess not. So I'll just say that is valid. That needs the slot index, though. Well, it doesn't actually matter because we're not using that index in here. So I can literally just say -1, and that would be fine. It's not. That's a bit janky, and I don't recommend that anyone does that. But that will work, so that's good enough for me. Since I can't have this fan on, actually, I'm just going to take it off my desk because it's in the way. So I'm going to do that. That's better. Now I have more space on my desk and I can actually see all three of my monitors, which is good. Speaking of, actually, I will move chat over to this screen and this, because I don't really need to see OBS. Well, it is nice to be able to see it actually, so I will do that and do that. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Hello, Agent Cryo. Welcome to the stream. So, now we've done that, that should only accept those items. We do need to do data gen for those, though, so that we actually have them, you know. So we need a byte bank item tag provider. We're just going to extend fabric item. Wait, how do you do it? Fabric tag provider of type item? Is that right? Okay, configure and create constructor. What? Why are you here? Get out of here. Okay. So then all we're going to do is that, and then we're going to say tag list dot items dot disk storage items, and we're going to add all of the ones from our item init. So we'll go init, item init. I'm going to put that there, and hopefully Copilot will figure it out. Nice, Copilot's figured it out, I think. What is your idea version? I think it's the latest one. It should be the latest one. How do I see? It might actually not be the latest one, but I think it is. I actually don't know how you view. 1 second. Version? How do you... mine is 24.1.3. I don't know if that's the latest or not. But that's the one I'm using. I haven't updated it in ages, so it's only if it like auto updates or something. So let's go into here. Let's do pack.addProvider ::new. Is there a problem with this? Probably this registry key, right? So what do we put for the registry key? Is it just registry keys.item? Oh, it is. I didn't remember having to do that for blocks, but I guess I must have had to. So that should work. Let's just run datagen before I forget. Oh. Oh, right. So we've got to do this, and then we've got to do this. What? No. What are you doing? What are you doing? It doesn't have the thing again. You know what I should do? I shouldn't do that. I should do disk drive item dot disk size dot values dot for disk size, and then say add disk size dot get name underscore disk drive, like that. And then we say disk drive dot name, but we want to uppercase the first letter. So let's do this. Let's do string name, and then we're going to say name dot substring to uppercase, yep, like that, and then yeah, that's fine. And then plus disk drive, which will add it like that. So that means I don't have to go through each of those and manually put them in there, which is nice. And I think, no, we can't do the same thing for models, unfortunately, but and Zeta and Jota. Is datagen good? Datagen is pretty good, in my opinion. I used to always dislike datagen, but I actually do quite like it now. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you've started using it, it's hard to go back. I will admit, it's hard to go back to not using it. Recipes we'll do later. I don't want to do that in the stream, because they're not important. So we'll run datagen, and then we should be able to test this, right? We do want to register a block entity renderer, so that will be our next step. So let's actually do that whilst that's running. So we're going to say a disk storage block entity renderer, which is going to implement block entity renderer of disk storage block entity. And we're going to need to implement the method, and then also we are going to want a constructor which is going to take in the context. I don't know what this is called in Yarn, but if I'm lucky it will just be called context, which would be very nice. I think it actually is called context. Yep, seems to be. Good, fantastic. That's actually great. We are going to want the model as well, so let's do a private final. And we're going to want a disk drive model, which is going to be the drive model. and we're going to set the drive model. So this dot drive model is equal, yeah, that one basically. We are going to do this. We're going to do matrices dot push. I don't think we need to translate and scale. And actually, we don't want to do that yet. So we first want the inventory, right? So we want implemented inventory. Inventory is equal entity dot get inventory. If inventory dot is empty, then we're just going to return. We're not going to worry about doing anything. And then we can actually go ahead and render it. So it actually thinks that we do want this, which is interesting. What is this? Get layer. Oh, right, we do want a texture for that as well. So I'll put that in here. Public static final identifier texture is equal that. See, Copilot's actually doing a lot today. It's actually being helpful for once. So we'll say disk drive model dot texture, and this will actually be the like this is going to be the texture of it having loads of space. So I'm going to say this is the free texture, like I don't know what to call it. High storage texture? Like the what's the opposite of low storage? It's not high storage. Like if you say you have a low storage, what's the opposite of that? Do you have high? Do you have? Well, you would just say you have lots of storage, but that's not helpful, is it? Am I being dumb, chat? Is there a very obvious name for when you have lots of storage that I'm not thinking of? Regardless, let's register this. So presumably this is just block entity renderers or something. Block entity render registry. This is deprecated. Replaced with transitive access wideners in Fabric transitive access wideners v1. What? Block entity renderer factories. Hello Lime. Welcome to the stream. Sure. Okay. Whatever. What is this? What? Sure. That works. No, not out of storage. I mean, the opposite of when you're out of storage. That's what I mean. Like, what do you call it when you're not out of storage? You're... Yeah, lots of storage, but like... Is there really not a word for this? I'm just gonna say... See, I can't say it's full storage, because that also would mean it's full, right? I could say it's empty, but it's not necessarily empty. It's just that it has... that it's, like, partially empty. Shall I just call it partially empty, I guess? You know what I'm going to call it? Texture 0. Boom. Problem solved. Moving on. Let's test it. We do need to do that one thing, though. No, we don't. Do we? No, we don't. We did data gen, didn't we? Whatever. I'll do it again. I'll do it again. There we go. And then let's run the client. I actually think this is going to work first try. I really do. I'm quite confident, but we'll have to see. I'll do this. There we go. Okay. So. Come on, game. Right. So let's grab a drive. Hopefully those have all been registered. Yes, they have, because they're all over the place. So we'll grab a small drive. Okay. This has actually worked. I don't think it has the right texture. Oh no, it does. It does. It is upside down though. And I think it's also very high. So maybe I don't need those. Damn it, I didn't run as debug mode. I'm an idiot. Okay. You can just use not fully occupied. Yeah, but that's so long, you know? I don't want something that long. I'm just going to use texture 0. It's fine. And then I'll have texture 1, texture 2. Because I'll have like a green if it's empty, I'll have orange if it's like half, and then I'll have red if it's full. That's the plan. So hopefully this puts it in the right place. Well, it's not going to be exactly in the right place. We're going to have to calculate that, but at least it should be... Okay, no, that's pretty bad. That's somehow worse, actually. How is that worse? Okay, let's rotate it then. Let's say... what's that class called? What's the class called? Wait, I can have a look. I can have a look. Rotation axis, that's it. Positive Y, and that rotates it 180, is that right? What does that do? Yes, that is correct, actually. That's almost correct. So we also want it to be rotated on the Z axis. Positive Z, and I want that to be rotated 180 as well. Where's it gone? Where'd it go? What? Where did it go? What? Where's it actually gone? I genuinely don't know where it's gone. Is it inside of it? Where'd it go? Are you in here? Hello? No? Chat, where's it gone? Oh, there it is. I found it. That did do what I wanted it to do, but that's not ideal. What we'll do then is we'll scale it. So we're going to scale 1.0. And then -1. Yeah, we'll just do 1.0 because we don't want anything like decimal here. So if we do that, what does that do? Now where's it gone? Why is it here again? Did I... Okay, why is it inside out? What is happening? I'm pretty sure scaling it by -1 isn't meant to make it inside out, is it? Maybe it is. Maybe I'm an idiot. I think I'm an idiot. Okay. So we'll do that. And then we'll translate it upwards. That's probably not... Yeah, I was going to say that's not going to be right. So we actually want it negative on the Y, which should move it up. Let's do 1.5 on the X. No. 1.5 on the Z. Sorry, negative 1.5 on the Z. Negative 1 on the Z. Negative 0.5 on the Z. Okay. Then on the... So this is the Y, right? So we want 1.5. Okay. So, now it's where it's meant to be. This should be the starting position. So that's inside, basically. Which is correct. That's where it's meant to be. So then from there, we can use the index, right? So let's do this. Let's say for I, for index in inventory dot size, and we'll actually say for slot. Okay. Let's first of all do that. So what that should do is that should render all of them. But we don't want that. So what we're going to want is we're going to want to get the stack. So we'll say item stack. Okay. If stack is empty, then we're going to continue. Okay. So we'll do that. So that still renders our 1. We're going to push to the matrix stack again. And this time we're going to move it based on the index. So. Okay, let's move it to... Also, I need to turn this music down because it's quite loud. Let's do that. There we go. So we want to move it to here, basically, right? Because this is the first one. And then we can offset it based on the index from there. So let's try and figure out where that would be then. And I'm not going to push right now. I'm going to comment that out. And we are going to want to pop as well, so we'll put that there. Okay. Let's start by moving it up. So we're going to want to go... Let's think about this. So if a full block is 1, and that is split into 16, right? So that's 1 over 16. And we're going to move it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, if we say negative 12 over 16, yes, but actually it's not going to be 12, it's going to be 10, because yeah, because we're moving it from the bottom. No, we're moving it from the top, so it goes like top up. Okay, that's good. That's a good start. Is that exactly... That should be exactly right. I just want to make sure. Why does that not look right? Why can I not... Why can I not move by a smaller amount? Okay, there we go. No, I think that's fine, isn't it? I'm just going insane. Okay. Then we're going to move it left. So left is x-axis? Is that right? I should check. Yes. So we're going to want to move it the other way, though. So we're going to go negative. 1 second. Let's just hotspot that again so I can see. Oh, you can't see it. I forgot that I had it on my other monitor. We're here. Okay, we're here now. So we've moved it up 10 pixels, basically, because there's 16 high. I completely forgot that I had that on my other monitor. You know what I can do, actually? I can add... if I add a window capture to OBS, then what I can do is I can actually move this to my other monitor, and you can still see it. So you can actually see what I'm changing without it needing to be on this screen. And I will just make that a little bit smaller because it doesn't need to be big. You just need to, you know, get a rough idea. There we go. So now when I actually go ahead and modify this code, so now I can say negative, and we're going to move it. So if we count pixels, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 pixels. It might be 3.5 though. So we'll try 3.5. Yeah, it's 3.5 because when I actually created the model, it was centered at 0.5. So it's going to be 3.5 to adjust it 0.5 like that. The lighting for this is wrong as well. So we are going to need to fix that. Now for the lighting, we're going to want that number. that number. Thank you. That's good. Yeah, and then that's good. So if we do that, that's now, well, that's actually fully lit up, which isn't necessarily what we want. Because we actually do want it dependent on the light above, right? So we can actually say, I don't know what this is in Yarn. Light type dot sky. No, light. This. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. So pack, and then that takes in a block. So we're going to say, let's get the level. We'll say level, the world, sorry. World is equal that. Let's just say if world is null, we'll return as well. And actually, I'm going to pre-calculate this because we don't need to do that for every single drive because it's going to be the same for all of them. So we'll say int light above. Yeah. See, this is where Copilot is great because it actually is able to do this for me. Except that's wrong. I don't know why it tried to do that. Let's just do also block pos above is equal that. And then we can use that in there and that in there. And I believe we actually need to provide the light type as well. So we need to say in this one, light type dot. Is it sky first or is it block first? It's block first, of course it is. So we'll say light type dot block, and then we'll say light type dot sky. Right, so when those are then packed together, that gives us the packed light. And then, watch this. So when I hot swap this, okay, actually nothing changed. Did it change? It didn't change, right? 1, 5, 7. It actually didn't change. But if it was nighttime, right? So if I do this, time set night, Okay. Sorry for that. I am back. Oh, did I remove the text? I did. Okay. I thought for a second I didn't. But you'll see that now it's nighttime, it's darker. Whereas if we had this number, 157, you'll see it's brighter because that's max light. So that just packs it to be the correct brightness. God, it is actually quite hot, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, so that's good. That's basically what we want. So let's push and pop the matrices here. Now, depending on the index, we're going to need to move it a certain amount. So. How do we get the column and the row? Because basically we're doing the inverse of what we do in the screen handler, right? We're saying instead of getting the index from the column and row, we're going to want to get the column and row from the index. I believe, however, that's actually easier. So I believe the int column is just slot %2. And then I believe the row, yeah, is slot divided by 2. I believe. So if we do that, now we are on the first slot, right? So if I shout that, what do we get? We get column 0 and row 0. So let's do this. Let's move it to the second one. Column 1, row 0. Column 0, row 1. Column 1, row 1. Column 0, row 2. Column 1, row 2. Wait, that's not right. This needs to be -1. Is that right? Oh, no. No. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I was thinking it was a 2x2 for a second, but it's obviously not a 2x2. That's fine. So, using that, basically what we're going to do is actually exactly the same as we would in the menu. So I'm going to move it to column 1 and row 1 so that we can test this. And I'm actually going to turn Copilot off because I think I can figure this out on my own. Because I think this is actually quite trivial. So I think what we want to do is we want to say matrices.translate. And if we look at the model here, right, we want to translate if the let's say the column is 1, right? So we're on this second one here. We want to translate on the X direction, so column, and we're going to want to do plus. Are we going to want to do +1? No, we're not going to want to do +1. So we're going to say column times. And since we're going to want to move, let's have a look at this. So, can you see my mouse? You can see my mouse. Okay, that's good. So we're going to want to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pixels across. So if we do 7 divided by 16, because there's 16 pixels in total, and then for the well, let's try that first. So let's do that first. And then if that works, we'll try the next one. Okay, that worked. So that's exactly where we wanted it. So for the Y, this is actually going to be exactly the same. But it's going to be negative because we have rotated it. So we've rotated it on the Y-axis by 180. So that means that if we want to go... Oh, wait, no. We add. Because if we want to go down, we need to go up. Because we've rotated it. So we actually do want to add. So that's going to be fine. We don't need to negate it. So what we want to do is we want to go down by... wait, are we from the top or the bottom? I've already forgotten. We're going to go down by 1, 2, 3, I think. So we're going to go row times 3.0 divided by 16.0. And obviously I could pre-calculate those if I wanted, but it doesn't really matter. So if we do that, there you go. So that's actually moved it to that slot. So let's just try this then. So is there a way that I can, I'd like to be able to move it to different slots without having to take it out and whatever, but whatever. Boom. And if we add another one, you see it's in the correct place. That's pretty cool. If I don't say so myself, I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, obviously these stack to 64, which isn't what we want. We don't actually want that. But yeah, that worked first try, so that was pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. Getting things to work first try is obviously not common. Let's just quickly make these not stack to 64. There we go. And obviously when we restart the game, that'll work. So that's pretty sick. And that should obviously work with all of our drives, I believe. So if we just test some random ones here. And then let's also just test some other items, I guess. Like, I don't know, an oak log. Just to make sure we can't put anything in there. So yeah, we can't put that in there. I'm clicking and it's not working. But, oh, shift click doesn't work. That's good to know. We can fix that. But yeah, that works with any of the drives. So that's good. That's good. So that's a great start. The next thing is going to be to... Oh, wait. Also, why is the lang not working? I just noticed. Why is the lang not working? Wait, what? Wait. Data gen, data. Here we go. No, what am I doing? Data provider. Here we go. Lang provider. Oh. Yeah. So that needs to be item dot plus bytebank dot mod ID plus dot plus name underscore disk drive. There we go. That should work. So when we I'll just rerun it now. This should work fine. Because we don't have to restart the game for this, thankfully. So if we build it, and if I just F3 and T, those should have the correct names. Just make sure. Yeah, nice. So those all have the right names now, which is good. Okay, let's also do a tooltip for those as well whilst we're here. So a pen tooltip. Nice. That was actually easy to find. I was concerned that was not going to be easy to find. So I am going to turn Copilot back on because it's probably going to figure this out for me. Tooltip to add this docket size plus bytes. Sure. More like text dot literal that. And then what we'll also do is we will use our method that we created in the previous stream. So string utility. Not that one. String utils. Where is it? Why can I not see it? Did we not create a method? Am I imagining this? Or am I blind? String util. Itty. I'm sure that's what I called it. Is that not what I called it? Oh. I made it in client. No, I did. I just made it in client. So I can't use it. So I just need to move it into there. There we go. So now I can use that. So I can say number format. We're going to say this dot disk size dot get size, and we'll do 1 decimal place because it doesn't really matter. Okay, and when we restart the game, that should work perfectly fine. Also, yeah, this actually isn't great because that's going to say bytes every single time, which maybe we would prefer to have like kilobytes, or we could just say items actually to keep it simple. That makes more sense, right? Good. Okay. Also, we have tooltips on those now, don't we? So we fixed that. Good. What's next? There was something else I wanted to do, right? What was it? What was the other thing I wanted to do? Oh, also, I forgot to open that back up. Okay. I don't know what the other thing I wanted to do was. So let's just test this real quick. Oh, I'm also curious. So if I restart the game, is that going to show the window again in the bottom left? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I ran datagen instead of client. I'm such an idiot sometimes. Well, all the time, really, but... Okay. Let's see. I don't think it will automatically pick it up. It did! That's actually pretty cool. That's neat. Okay. I didn't think it would, but it did. That's not what we wanted to test anyways. What we wanted to test is that the tooltip works. So let's see if that does work. Nice. So that works fine. Cool. Cool beans. So the next step, should we round these numbers off? Should we just make it like 1,000? Like 1,000 there. Maybe like 5,000 there. Like 25,000 there. Should we do that instead? No, but like saying, like look, 268.4 million items. Come on. Like, I don't know. You really think so? Okay. I don't know. I think just saying 268,435,000, 456 is a bit stupid. But, okay, if you guys insist, we'll stick with it like that for now. I'll probably change it in the future, though. Okay. So the next step is going to be getting it to actually store items. This is going to be the hard part. And really what we need is we're going to need the actual interface, right? And also I should turn my light on. I will be right back. Okay. So, now you can actually see me again. Yeah, so the problem is, to be able to store items, we're going to have the interface, right? The terminal. To be able to actually put items in and see what items are in there. So, I guess we do that. Do we do that? We have 45 minutes. Do you guys think we can do that in 45 minutes? Or is there something else that we can do? What do you guys think? Okay, so to be able to store the items, we need to have the terminal, right? To be able to see what items are in there and to be able to change what items are in there. So the question is, do we do that this stream? Bearing in mind, we're only going to have about 45 minutes left. Or, if we find something else to do, what else do we do? Yeah. So if we're doing that in a separate stream, then what are we doing for the rest of this stream? That is my question to you guys. I honestly, I don't know, maybe that's optimistic. If I wasn't streaming, I think I could do the terminal in 45 minutes. But for some reason I just do everything slower when I stream, so that's not going to happen. The cable? Bro, the cable is going to take me a lot longer than 45 minutes. I promise you. I promise you that will take a lot longer. I guess we could make it so... Yeah, but I can't do the storing of the items without the terminal. Like, because like, how do I actually store it in there? You know, because it's going to be effectively the terminal that does that. I mean, storing of the items should be trivial, realistically, right? Because well, it's both the items and the terminal. You know what, let's just try and do the terminal. We'll see how far we get, because I don't think we have anything else to do. So, we'll do this. What should we call it? What should we call the terminal? Should we call it the... Should we just call it a drive? No. Well, it's not an upload terminal, though. It's just a terminal. It's not even a terminal, really. We should call it like an interface. Like, yeah, like just a storage interface, right? Sure, I think that's fine. I don't... And once again, these are things that we can always change later. So I'm not too worried about it, and I shouldn't worry about it too much. So this is going to implement block entity provider. I was trying to think of the name, and I remembered it. So is this going to tick? No, this is not going to tick. So we don't need get ticker. We do want the super. Let's go block entity type init dot storage interface dot instantiate Okay, and we're going to want our use method, which I'm once again just going to copy. This is also going to need to be horizontal facing, actually, so we are going to need to copy that too. You know what? We're just going to do this. This will save us some time. There we go. That's all done. And then we'll just do here, so we'll say storage interface block entity and storage interface. Okay, we're going to go with a public static final block entity. There we go. Storage interface, please. Nice. That's the block entity class, block entity init, I mean. Then we're going to want the block entity class. Let's just quickly close some things because they're taking up way too much space. I didn't mean to actually close this though. So there we go. This is going to extend. Well, is it going to update though? The problem is this block has to interface with the drive block. This isn't going to actually have an inventory. There's not going to be an inventory here. So it doesn't actually need to update. It's not going to need to update at all. It will need to implement the screen handler thing. Is it? What is it called? This? Named screen handler factory? Is that it? I think so. And then we'll implement these. There we go. Create the constructor. Block entity type init dot storage interface. Okay, let's import this. And let's also make sure this is imported in here, because otherwise that's going to give it some errors. We can close that. We can do that. We can import that in here. There we go. This needs to be that as well, because otherwise that's going to error. Good. So we can then close that. We're going to want the title in here, so we're going to go public static final text title is equal text dot translatable. We're going to go container dot byte bank dot mod ID plus storage interface. Good. Let's return that there. Let's create the screen handler in here. So we're going to do a new storage interface screen handler. Now, yeah, we'll take in this. Okay. This isn't going to save anything, right? I guess it could save a reference to, like, it can have a block position, right? It can have a block position of the controller or the hub, I think is actually, yeah, we called it the hub. So we could have like a private block pos of hub position. Does it actually need to save that though, or should it just recalculate it every time it's loaded? I guess it can, I don't know. Hub position. I don't know. I'm not sure what it should do. We can decide later. Let's create the screen handler. Then screen handler. we're going to want the private final screen handler context, which will be the context, and then we're going to want the block entity. So the private final storage interface block entity, which will be the block entity. Then we're going to want the constructor. So this will be the client constructor first of all, which will take in the sync ID and the player inventory. And then also it's going to want the block pos payload, which is the payload. And this will just do this, and that will take in the sync ID, the inventory, and then inventory.player.world.getBlockEntity payload.pos. And we're casting that to the storage interface block entity like that. And then we're going to want the server constructor, which interface screen handler, which is the int sync ID, player inventory, and the storage interface block entity, which will pass to the super screen handler type init storage interface, the sync ID, and then we're going to set the context to that and set the block entity to that. I don't think you need to save the pos, that the cable will connect them together and the cable can handle if it's connected to a hub or not. Well, no, but it needs to be able to access the hub. And the only way it can do that is if it has the position of the block entity. Because there might not be a cable, right? If it's connected by a direct, like if it's just directly above it, you're not going to need a cable. So there isn't necessarily going to be a cable. That's basically what I'm saying. Inventory like that, and then add player hotbar inventory. And then for the slots, I don't know how we're going to do that right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. Let's have a private void. Yep, that one. That's just a slot. Why? Why is it renamed? Why is it called them I? No. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're calling it row and column. Thank you. And then that one. What's the plugin that shows what the code can be? That is GitHub Copilot, but you do have to pay for it if you don't have, or if you're not a student. So that is just note that. Which is bad. Like, honestly, it should be non-students that get it for free, because giving students access to something that basically codes for you is obviously not a good idea. But I'm not going to complain because I know how to code, so it doesn't affect me. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's copy this. Oh, it doesn't work though, does it? This quick move stack doesn't actually work. But who cares? It works well enough that I will just copy it across and we can fix it later. So here's the thing though. What do we actually do for the slots? Because we're going to have a scrolling list of slots, right? That's the problem. We're going to have a scrolling list of slots. Either that or we could have pages, but I think pages are quite cringe. So probably not. So how do we want to do this? This is actually going to be very complex, isn't it? This isn't going to be easy. Let's register this first, and we'll worry about that after. Because I remember trying to do a scrolling list of slots back in 115 for Turkey Chemistry, I believe it was. And I couldn't do it. I gave up. And instead I just settled with pages. I don't particularly want to do pages, though. We might have to look at the Refined Storage GitHub and see what they do. I think that's probably going to be the plan of action here. Let's just create a GitHub for that as well. Well, yeah, of course I'm delaying the inevitable. Wide. Because I don't want to do it. Or I don't know how to do it. That's the problem. You know what? Let's do it. Let's look at Refined Storage. Refined Storage 2? What do you mean Refined Storage 2? What does that mean? There's a second Refined Storage? Since when? What? Since when? Look. Oh wait. I meant to just drag this singular tab over, but it doesn't matter. Since when? And since when is it on Fabric? What do you mean? Don't tell me I'm doing all this for nothing. Is it not on CurseForge? No, it is on CurseForge. But it's not for Fabric. But this has Fabric. It was 34 minutes ago. They got scared. They got scared that I'm gonna make something better than them, didn't they? I knew it. I knew it. Okay. Well. No, this isn't. This isn't that. This is actually Refined Storage. Regardless, let's see if we can find this. This is probably going to be bloody pain to find. Also, I should close. Oh no, I'll leave Minecraft open. It doesn't matter. Grid. Oh my goodness. Okay. Abstract grid container menu. Oh, that's the first time I've yawned. We're making progress. They have Alexa and a parser? What? Oh, for like tags and shit. That seems unnecessary though. Like, you don't necessarily need that. Regardless, what I... Okay. This is not scary at all. Okay, that's the second time I've yawned now. Okay, what is going on here? Where is the actual slots? Like, none of this is actually for the slots. What I want to know is the slots. Does this extend something else? Extends Grid Watcher, Grid Scrolling Strategy. What is that? That's a functional interface? So what is screen size listener? Okay. See, I hate shit like this because none of this actually does anything. There's nothing happening here. I don't think AE2 is going to help. I feel like it's just going to be worse, to be honest. Grid container menu. But where does it define the slots? All I want to know is where does it define the slots? That's it. Okay, we're going to look at AE2. We're doing that, chat. This is not what I was looking for. I want to get hub. Okay. Source, main, Java. Here we go. This is going to be so much worse. I already know it. Yeah, this doesn't look great already. But I do see a class for slot. Resizable slot? What? Okay. That's not what I was looking for, though. Common? This is worse. This is actually worse. This is actually worse. Implementations. See, the problem with AE2 is I don't know what things are actually called because I don't play with AE2. So, does anyone know what the terminal thing is called in AE2? Crafting interface? So interfaces. No. It's not interfaces. ME terminal? So it is in me. Common. ME storage menu. Why are they registering the menu types in here? That's so weird. That's so weird. At GUI sync? What the hell is that? What is this? Oh my god. Okay. But the view cells. What is a view cell? I don't know what a view cell is. So this is where it creates the player inventory. What is a view cell? I don't understand. Hide view cells. I view cell storage. What is this? What is a toolbox menu? What is this? What is it actually doing? What is this doing? Oh, upgrade cards or something. Okay. Are you going to do a dedicated video for blocking? Yes, I am. Soon, hopefully. Is the plan, anyways. I don't know how soon, but soon-ish. I'm lost, honestly. Why can't they just have a very simple, scrollable menu class, right? I guess it makes sense. I mean, it's a complex mod, but you know. I feel like it's this. I feel like this is what I need to look at, but I don't know what here I need to look at. Like slot semantics? Like, what do you mean? What does this mean? It's a registry? For what? Crafting grid. Are you sure it's not called the crafting grid, guys? Because I feel like that's more a reasonable name. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe that's like the actual like the actual crafting grid, you know? I guess. But like I hate going through mods like this because it's just a lost cause. It really is. Why does nothing here say scrollable? Like, is there even scroll? There is not even the word scroll in here. You know what? Let's go to the screen. Let's go to the screen. GUI. ME. Items? No. Crafting. No. Common. ME storage screen? I feel like I would have more luck figuring this out on myself, to be honest. Figuring out this myself. You know? Like, I've gotten pretty close in the past. And I feel like I would get closer than spending many hours just staring at code that I do not understand. Cells are like, yeah, but like that doesn't help me. Like, still none of this has scrolling in it. Like, scroll. Here we go. So there is actually a scroll bar here, right? So scroll, update scroll bar, mouse scroll. So it gets a grid inventory entry. Okay, what I want to know, right? The one thing I need to know is, does it have slots for all the items, or does it have the slots that are visible, and then it just replaces the items in those slots, right? Or does it have the slots for all the items all created, and then some are just visible, some are not? That's the one thing I need to know, really, because the rest should be easy to figure out. I would assume it only has the slots that are visible, and then it just swaps out what items should be in each slot. Because I feel like, let's say you had 500 slots, right? 500 item stacks. That would be 500 slots. I think that would just kill the game. I mean, there's an ME interaction packet. Let's have a look at this. Handle server. Handle interaction. Handle interaction. Can interact with grid. Handle network interaction. -1 if used to target empty virtual slots. Oh, so maybe they don't have real slots. Maybe they're virtual slots. Fill item, empty item. Put carried item into network? Like, maybe they basically reinvented the slot, right? So they've just faked a slot. Rather than trying to show and hide slots, they've just faked there actually being a slot there. I think that kind of makes sense if they did do that. But I also feel like that's a pain. Because that's a lot more work, of course. Okay. There is actually a fake slot file. Where? Menu, slot, fake slot. So what is an app eng slot? So it is an actual slot. Ah, but it's hideable. So... okay. So they do actually have slots for all of the items. Right? And what they're doing is they're just hiding the ones that are not currently visible on the screen. The problem with that, right, is obviously a menu is on both the client and the server. So I'm wondering, how does that sync between players? Because for it to not be visible, that would have to only be on the client. I guess, yeah, you just changed the visibility on the client, don't you? That's interesting. I mean, I did have a guy, one long time ago, when I was trying to figure this out, and he sent me an implementation of how to have scrollable slots. Let me actually see if I can find the DM. He sent me it in DMs, I believe. It was a long time ago. I'm gonna have to search. Here we go. Let's see if it still exists. Okay. Damn it! That's what I thought. So, it doesn't exist anymore. But he wrote this implementation for me. I might see if I can DM him about it at some point, to see if he still has it somewhere. But like, if I go my repositories, right, and actually I probably shouldn't show my repositories, but if I go back, see if I can find it, because I have so many goddamn pages. It's going to be in 1.15 Turkey chemistry. Here it is. So if I go in here, and for the container, oh, maybe it's not this one. Maybe it's not this one. No, this isn't the right one. I don't know what that one is, but that's not Turkey chemistry. God, I have so many repositories. I need to remove some. Wait, where the hell is dirty chemistry gone? Oh, maybe it was 1.19. Maybe I'm just imagining it being older for some reason. I don't know why that would be the case. So if I go in here, not this one. No, it might be that one actually. I doubt anyone would have made an archive of that page, but I can try. Actually, oops, didn't want to do that. I'll have a look actually. Nope. Why did you do that? Don't do that. Here we go. I don't have the extension for the Internet Archive thing, so I'm gonna have to Google it. Yeah, Wayback Machine, that's it. I doubt anyone created a thing for it. Yeah, they didn't. Because it was probably only me that even looked at it. So... this one. I think it's this one. So where do I go menu? No, it's not this one. This isn't the right one. Why can I not find dirty chemistry? And it is the dev branch, but I don't think it is. No, it's not this one. Bro, where's dirty chemistry gone? Where is it? Where is it? I could have sworn it was that 1.15 one, but it didn't look right. I'll open it here, just in case. Let's have a look through this again. Source main Java. Common blocks. Ah! I forgot I did this. Yeah. Okay, so it was the storage thing. What was it called? What was it called? Silo. And then silo container. So for this, I wanted to have this scrollable. But what I settled with was buttons. So I have an int page that I pass in. I wonder if I committed, actually, any of... let's go to the commit before this one. And then browse files. Common. And then go menu, container. That's it. And then silo. I wonder if I committed any version of scrollable slots. It looks like I probably didn't. Yeah, I didn't. Damn. That's a shame. Because I could have probably got something from that. What I'll do, I will send a DM to Champion Ash, because he's the guy I got it from. I will just see if he still has that repo. And either way, I'm going to try and figure this out on my own, rather than looking at A2 or refined storage, because those are both shit, and they're terribly coded. So I'm not saying I'm going to do better, but I think I can do it on my own, without their, you know, abstract rubbish. So I think that's the plan. How long have we been live? Chat, how long? 1 hour 50. There isn't really anything we can do in the next 10 minutes. I'm not going to be able to figure it out. I'm not even going to be able to really get anywhere with it. Okay, I guess let's make some slots. Right, so let's just make some basic slots for now, so that we can actually have slots. So private void add block entity slots. Let's go 9 columns and we'll go 9 rows. Just block entity dot. Oh, yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Because we need to actually get the inventory as well. So, let's say storage hub block entity, which is going to be the hub, which is going to be this dot block entity dot world dot get block entity, this dot block entity dot get hub pos, which I thought I created, but apparently I didn't. Hub position. There we go. And I will have to cast that. So I'll say block entity. Hub BE. Then I'll say if it's not instance of that, and then we'll say storage hub dot get. Hello, get inventory. Is that not a thing? Oh right, because from the hub, I'm gonna then have to get the drive. So I'll just create a method like get drive inventory, like that. And for now, I'll do that. So I'll do a new implemented inventory. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna add these. And I can't really test that because that's obviously not gonna work. So yeah, I'll see if I can figure this out in between this stream and the next stream. I'll see if I can get something working for this, which I should be able to do if I have the time. But anyways, I think that's probably going to be it for this stream then, because there's not much else we can actually do. Well, there's nothing else we can do, actually. When is the next stream? I don't know. Can I stream tomorrow? I could stream tomorrow, but I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow because I don't think I can do 3 days in a row. And plus I've got a video coming out tomorrow, so probably not. And I need more time to just do this anyways. And then Wednesday, maybe, but probably not. Thursday, also not, because I have a video out on Thursday. So it'll either be Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. One of those days will be the next one. I will schedule it when I think it will be. So that's it. We didn't do much again, but we did get the block entity renderer, which is good. So yeah, but I'm gonna end it here. Thank you all for tuning in, and yeah, I will see you. Well, yeah, I mean, I have a video out on Tuesday, so I guess I'll see you on Tuesday. So goodbye, everybody. And now I have to. Oh wait, I can't press the stop streaming button. It's gone. Where's it gone? Why is it not there?